Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. So, I wanted to make a video to address a few things and something that I've noticed with a lot of women and many women who are on their feminine and hypergamous journey. And a lot of women, surprisingly and shockingly, still refer to themselves as female. And calling yourself or referring to yourself as female is a pretty unsavory and uncouth habit that a lot of women still to this very day lack self awareness with. And as a practice, hypergamous women and feminine women in the making, I highly suggest that you put the kibosh on this very dated and played out and unfeminine and a very much so poor choice of words habit, especially when you are on the feminine path of self improvement and putting yourself out there in the dating world. And in terms of language, you have a few simple and effective options. You can either refer to yourself as a woman or a lady. And shifting gears for a sec, in reference to my last video, the princess versus the queen, I need and I want to make clear that a feminine and a hypergamous woman should have the mindset of a princess. And I think that many of you took the word princess way too literally. No woman, especially a fully grown adult woman, should walk around calling herself or referring to herself as a princess. Of course, that would look and feel and sound childish and silly and goofy. But a feminine woman and a hypergamous woman should be fully aware and should be fully adapted at having a princess mindset. And a princess mindset is basically a mindset where you are open to receiving. And I need you to hear this, ladies, where you are open to receiving without fear, guilt, or shame. Receiving, ladies, is a very feminine act that, quite frankly, a lot of women are not mentally or emotionally, and sometimes even spiritually, prepared for because it requires vulnerability. And queens are not known for being vulnerable. A queen is a conqueror and a feminine boss, and there is no vulnerability in that. But when a woman has established and aligned herself with having a princess mindset, when she does receive, because of her princess mindset, it won't be a shock to her system. And a lot of black women have the tendency to jump right over their understanding of having a princess mindset and being receivers. And instead, they are inclined to jump right into wanting to be called a queen, and they wonder why they are always the ones who end up giving to others and sacrificing themselves for others, and why others are always taking because they've never understood the principles of vulnerability and having a princess mindset. Now, the reason why aspiring feminine women should never ever refer to themselves as female is because the term in and of itself is classless and degrading and debasing and low vibrational and disempowering. And the word is also often used by low value men and dust bunny women to debase and devalue and criticize women, particularly black women, and the cringiness of it all, right? The cringe word female is also used to associate women with animals and livestock, and the word is used in a very reductive way. And the sole intention of calling a woman female by a male is to take her value down to the lowest notch and to make sure that she never sees herself as a woman of high potential or high value. The word female also detaches a woman from her femininity, and it also reduces a woman to a performative appliance like a toaster or a blender or the stove or a broom. When I hear the word female being used, I hear a man whose intention it is to strip a woman of her core livelihood, which is her femininity. And when a woman is rendered unfeminine or stripped of her femininity, she is reduced to a workhorse and she doesn't need help, right? And she can do it all on her own, and she should do it all on her own. The word female is a passive aggressive word that is used to insult a woman's value. And it is a hostile word that is used to put a woman on the defense. The word female is used to signify that women are common, a dime a dozen, and easily replaceable, right? The word female is simply a very shady, a street language way of connecting and attaching women to all things low value. The word female is used as a signifier to remind women that they aren't worthy of the best. And it is also a gentle, passive aggressive nudge to warn women to never dare put themselves on a pedestal. The word female, when used by dusty men and men with dusty mindsets, is full of disdain and misogyny. The word female is language that is used to make sure that a woman doesn't ever get too ahead of herself or too full of herself. And the word female is also used by low value men to ensure that a woman never ever gets the idea that she is the prize. So, ladies, when a man is referring to a woman or a lady as a female, that is your red flag, telltale sign to not only head out, but that a man who speaks in this manner has a very strong and underlying low opinion of women, and that his low opinion of women will vibrate as disrespect if you should choose to engage or give your time to low value men. Men who have class and respect and dignity, and men who are about family and being providers, and men who are entrepreneurs and businessmen, and men who take care of home would never, and I mean ever, be caught dead referring to a woman as a female. Only low value men and women with dusty, ignorant mindsets who have no respect for women or themselves are capable of displaying such public ignorance and public arrogance and public misogyny towards women for sport. So that's all I have to say on this for now. Referring to a woman as a female is low class and vile, and in my book is ratchet language that needed to die yesterday. We are about to approach the year 2020, a new decade filled with many new manifest possibilities, and we no longer have the time or the energy, particularly as Black women, to engage with self-sabotage or ignorant men and women who do nothing except waste our time. So stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch up with you guys in the next one.